Hello everyone, welcome to Tarot. Today's reading is gonna be an automatic writing, a letter from your future self. Um, you can have any situation in mind if you want to, or it's more about what your future self wants to tell you. Maybe they want to give you some assurance, they want to let you know not to be so anxious about something, and how things unfold in the future. So we'll see what your future self wants to tell you. I have two options to choose. First, group one is this mauve clutch, hair clutch. Group two is this bow hairpin. Mm, okay, we'll use automatic writing along with tarot cards to see what your future self wants to tell you. Okay, I'll start with group one. Hello, group one, those who chose this hair clutch, this is your reading. We'll see what your future self wants to tell you, and also we'll use tarot cards to know further deep into the message. Okay, I'm gonna channel message from your future self and write your letter from your future self. So your channeled message, I'll write it. You can skip the part if you want. You can watch me write if you want to. I'll read out and explain once the writing is done. Okay, group one. God, this pen leaks. I'm gonna change it. I'm not gonna use this. It's gonna spoil my cards. Okay. Okay, group one. Mm, this is your letter from your future self. Golden rainbow on the Manchester Bridge. Did you remember the meeting, dear one? The dove, the cooing, the loving gazes. We walked a lonely path, hoping someone would show up. But what a comedy! Embarrassment! Nobody did. We held our own hands. We were our own cheerleaders. Today we have the this clout destiny has brought. It doesn't feel amazing. I'm already settled within myself, my mind, a circus mansion. Enough of self indulgence, but everything is planned. Probably the Golden Bridge had some passion. Today it's a golden dream. So, group one, um, I see your future self is reflecting, reminding you of some event that you may have experienced or experiencing where you were maybe you got stood up, you were waiting to meet someone but that person didn't come, and maybe that broke your heart. Manchester Bridge, Golden Bridge, rainbow in the sky. The golden color is very significant in this message. So, see how it resonates for you. Um, I don't know if there is a bridge in Manchester. I have no idea. I just wrote whatever came in the channeling. So, if there was a meeting which left you disappointed, you felt let down, your future self is calling it a comedy and embarrassment because you at that time or your present self feels that you could count on bank on this person, but this person really let you down. So instead of being um, you know instead of waiting for this person, you learn to walk your own path. And right, maybe you are alone right now, but your future self tells you that in your future you have a lot of fame, people know you, clout meaning crowd, people recognize you, but your future self feels that all these things are not enough or they don't mean much because you have spent so much with yourself. Your own mind, your own presence itself is entertaining. Anything external pleasure, any material pleasure feels bland. And your future self says that the only place exciting was the Golden Bridge, maybe the memory where you were left alone, you felt abandoned, because it has some passion. Although it is a sad memory, it stirs something because your future self feels very complete within itself, so much so that anything external cannot shake its stability or can't entertain it. Your future self has become so wise, so rich in experience, life experience, that right now nothing really excites your future self. The only uh, it's like a golden memory, the memory of being of waiting on the Golden Bridge or the Manchester Bridge, or where there were doves, people looking at you lovingly, or you looked at someone lovingly, you saw some couples walk by. That memory is very important for your future self because it captures an innocence, a passion, something that stirs inside you. Because your future self has become so wise, so stable that emotions or pleasures of life don't really um stir your future self anymore. They have become very mature. They know that they built themselves on their own. There were We were our own cheerleaders. You were with yourself. There was no one else to support you. So right now when there are so many people around your future self, your future self has already gone through a lot to know that it doesn't matter who all are around you worshiping you, because you showing up for yourself was the biggest thing. Okay, group 1, I would like to take some tarot cards on this. Please let me know what group 1's future self. It's like your future self doesn't really find any kind of entertainment in the worldly affairs, worldly amusement, material pleasures. Okay, what does the future self, what else does the future self want to tell group 1? Oh wow, 10 of cups, strength, emperor, yeah. Dear group 1, you'll become very strong and self fulfilling. Right now, if you're going through a rejection and heartbreak or feeling that nobody cares for you, it doesn't matter. You're a very strong person, and that is what your future self wants to tell you. You will fill your own cups. You might have people in your life whom you will love, you will care for, but it won't um, it won't affect the fact that you are already rich within yourself. You are strong enough to be on your own, to make things for yourself. So right now, if something has broken you, the devil. Okay, so what's the devil here? Yeah, right now, if you're brooding on, okay, okay, this is also a message from your future self that maybe your detachment, maybe you recollecting old memories might make you a bit stiff, or might make you too unfeeling. So this is, we are looking at what your future self would tell you. So whatever experiences are shaping you right now in your life, dear group 1, this will make you a very independent person, a very self empowered person. Okay, a person who has the capability to rule over others, to command others and not be commanded by others. And this doesn't mean you become the government, the prime minister, the president. No, this means that you demand respect without, not demand, you get respect without demanding for it. Your energy is such that you are so content, you don't rely on anybody, on anything. But that again can cause isolation. Okay, you might be addicted to this isolated energy, to this self fulfilling energy so much that you withdraw within yourself. Okay, so much so that maybe you feel that's your safe haven, because that's what we see in your letter. So, yeah, the golden dream. Wow, the sun and the golden. Today it's a golden dream. And what happens if you withdraw is that you don't see happiness in your present, but you only live on your happy memories. The memories of the past when you were vulnerable, but at the same time you were enjoying life. So, this is also a message from your future self. Don't become stone hearted, yeah, because this is what your future self is saying. Be open to making new happy memories. Yeah, let the experiences shape you up into a very self reliant person, but maybe allow yourself to depend on others when the need comes, although you were let down by people when you needed help. Okay, dear group 1, very beautiful message. I hope you liked it, and thank you for letting me read your energy. If you like the reading, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below about how you like the reading, and I'll see you in my next reading. Hello, Group Two. Whoever chose this this bow hairpin, this is your reading. So we are gonna have a letter from your future self. What your future self wants to tell you, and that can help you to probably make better decisions, or uh, to prevent something, or maybe you know maybe you are at a place where the energies are such that it is leading you to a certain future. So maybe you can kind of be aware of what's going to happen. I'm going to first write the letter. You can watch me while I write it, and or you can skip the writing part and go straight to the part where I start reading your message, your letter. And I'll also take some tarot cards to clarify uh, what, or see what more your future self wants to tell you. Okay, very interesting letter. Group 2. I had a bridge reference for group 1 as well, and we have the similar for group 2, but the energy is very different. I'll read the letter. A bridge of lesson on a bridge of lesson on a windy night. What is the pole star? Okay, I was also channeling polar star. There is a star called a pole star or a polar star, whatever it is. Guys, take it, whatever is the correct name. What is the pole star? Is it a magic or a scientist's dream? I asked Professor to show me the night sky and I was lost. Lost away, lost among the constellations. I jumped across the stars. Meteors dashing by. How did I miss? The planetarium is bliss. Today I saw Sunita, a star back to the earth. Maybe she is a star who was born to be among the stars. A golden ribbon, here I channel your option. An infinite loop, that's what life is. A great achievement like Leonardo in Catch Me If You Can. Yes, we got the train, the cops ran, but we disappeared. Back to the bridge with a telescope. I count the stars. A very dreamy message. You guys are a dreamer. Group 2, you guys are not ordinary people. I would say um, everyone's special, but the kind of special you guys are not a person who will do a 9 to 5 job, get married and retire. No, you guys are adventurers. You guys love um, living life like in its potential, like the adventures that it has. Now you guys might literally be students of physics or studying physics, or you guys have some memory in the planetarium. In the planetarium they have this shows where they have beautiful shows showing the solar system, the galaxies, and all this. It's like this thing fascinates you. It's like your future self is saying that they have achieved something, they have achieved an impossible dream maybe people laughed at, people thought were impossible. And I get a strong feeling you guys can be really connected or dealing with astronomy, physics, even astrology. You guys love stars and constellation. Okay, when I'm recording this, Sunita Williams has just returned to Earth. If you are aware about Sunita Williams, who was stuck in the space station for I guess nearly 2 years, 17 months. So that is getting channeled here. So maybe you guys really love everything related to space. And your future self is like a child. It's saying, um, he or she is calling Sunita, like, you see, Sunita is an incredible human being, okay? The optimism she had while she was stuck in the space station is like there was no hope of her being alive, but she has made it back alive. And she's not an ordinary person, obviously. So, but again, your future self is saying a golden ribbon, an infinite loop. That's what life is. So it's like this ribbon you guys chose, an infinite loop. It goes on and it's golden. Again, golden was a reference in the first letter also, in first group also. Okay, in so that's what life is. It goes up and down, really, really tough times followed by uh, incredible joy, incredible achievement. Because then there is a reference of Leonardo DiCaprio's film Catch Me If You Can. I haven't seen the film, but I've seen a recap of the film. So, what Leonardo DiCaprio's character does is that he keeps on he's actually a con man. He scams people. He puts on different persona, different professions, and then he tricks people and gets money, and then he disappears. People can never catch him. So your future self is saying that they achieved something like that. The cops ran, but we disappear. Okay, maybe you guys did uh, you tried something that is not something what people might not dream of doing, something that could be borderline law breaking. I'm not saying you're going to break the law, but it can be something like that. And it's like your future self is enjoying that adventure of being chased and then winning the uh, chase by disappearing. And back to the bridge with the telescope, I count the stars. It's like your future self, your I'll say that your future self is telling you, if you're being really wacky, you are making it group 2. If you're being really adventurous, something unconventional, you really make it. You enjoy this risk in life, you enjoy this uh, all kind of things which normally people would avoid. So that's very interesting. What else from group two's future self? And you guys seem like a visionary. I get king of one's energy. Like, you guys don't really care about the rules and regulations, the social bindings, the ethics, the morality. I'm not saying you guys are criminals, but it's like you guys are rebels questioning the entire social structure. Huh? Rebels, that rebel kind of energy, because Leonardo's character is one heck of a I would say an amusing intelligent thief. He escapes every situation in Catch Me If You Can. Okay, what other information for from group two's future self? Ten of Swords. What happened here? Empress. What is the Ten of Swords here? Let me clarify. Six of. Again, this night, this dusk, if you see of the Ten of Swords, is really reminding me of the starry sky, the night sky, which is windy night, is mentioned in a letter. Something tells me your future self wants to tell you, although you are in this energy of thrill, of being in the thrill of on the run and chase, you actually end it somewhere. Group 2. You want to take rest, maybe at some point you feel like you have had enough adventures and victories and you want to probably rest. Yeah, interesting how the messages have a continuation in the tarot cards. Something tells me that if you are in this energy of, you know, thrill and fun and adventure, in the future maybe you have some realization where you probably go into some self reflection. Because back to the bridge with the telescope, I count the stars, you'd start reflecting on what you have done so far. Yeah, it's an inner journey. Yes, maybe you ran from your heart, from your emotions, to you channeled all your energy to pursue adventure in your life so that you won't face heartbreak or your emotion. And somewhere in the future, you realize that you need to take a break. You need to sit with your emotions. You need to find peace inside instead of being such a on the chasing thrill in life. That's why you are back to the bridge. You start from the bridge, curious about the star, a professor. Also, I felt that you guys might have a fictional character or a real life professor whom you admire, or a scientist, some scientist or a professor in the fiction, um, in by famous writers, could be important to you, or in the comic books like Professor Calculus in Tintin, or something like someone like that. You might be very uh, attached to that character, you might like that character. What's the Empress here? Hmm. Okay, I get a feeling, guys. Your future self also wants to tell you, yeah, guys. See, oh wow, your future self wants to tell you that you may do all this run and thrill, but there will be a time when you want to rest, when you want to probably be in the material, focus on the material aspects of the life. You feel, and you would feel like settling down, probably get married. You'll get married. You probably have this adventurous side of yours, this exploring, and you might also be a scientist, a researcher who loves to do this and who loves to study all that and doesn't have time for women, men, dating, anything. But there will be a time you'd realize that all you were doing was running away from your heart, feeling that it will betray you, it will cause you pain. But this thing will change in the future. A big change will happen with the entry of a person in your life with whom you will choose to settle down, have a house, have a family, and something which you are currently not right in. You are probably in an adventurous spirit, but a time will come when you will choose stability in life like other people. Okay, because too much of anything isn't good. Maybe you will realize that there is maturity in settling down as well, and you can have fun. There's a different kind of love, there's a different kind of sense of satisfaction when you're with a loved one, when you have a family, when you have kids, when you have a house. And somewhere in the point in your future life, I feel this vagabond kind of, I wouldn't say vagabond, it's more like living out of the suitcase life, or a life which is very detached from a conventional family life will end, and you will settle down in a in what people say by conventional settling down in terms of marriage or having a family. So this is what your future self is telling you. To the infinite loop, everything is a part of life. Whatever you do, whether a person is married or on an adventure outdoor explorer, everything is a part of this loop. Okay, group 2, that was your reading. Let me know in the comments if this resonated and how you liked the reading. If you liked this reading, you can subscribe to my channel. I post daily over here on YouTube, Instagram, and Threads. And also, yeah, there are daily mini readings, message of the day. So if you want to stay connected to me, do consider subscribing to my channel. And thank you for letting me read your energy. Bye.